Hello. Can you hear me now? Oh, the stream delays. I don't know how I handle that. Jeez. Well, I'm trying to say stuff. Hey, cool. That took like 20 seconds for me to Oh, okay. I wonder if there's a way to delay latency or reduce latency. Hmm. Streams current bit rate 16K is higher than recommended. Open widget. Is that something that I change on my end? Well, welcome early. It's always better to be early than late. My bit rate's incredibly high. Audio current bitrate is lower than. How do I? Hello, hello. How do I change? Sorry, guys. This is my first time streaming on on my computer, or it's my first time really streaming, other than that impromptu one that I did with that Stray Kids concert. So I just need to figure out. Hmm. Guess a quick Google will have to do. Reduce settings output stream. Stream. Hmm. Well, I guess you guys get a lot of bitrate while watching me. I don't think that's going to affect your stream or your viewing pleasure. Hello, hello. Um, I'm just troubleshooting, and I didn't know how to do that without going live, so I thought I'd go on live a little early and hang out with you guys. It's 2 p.m. It's 11 p.m. here, as you know, probably. By the way, thank you for coming by uh, on this tiny little channel of mine, having people. Oh no, what kind of math are you in? Maybe we could help you do math. No guarantees. Calc one, two, three. Absolutely, I will post. I'll leave this as a VOD, I guess, right? Video on demand, or I'll make sure it's available on YouTube later, so you guys could come back for those that have to leave early, or just want to say hi and leave really quickly, or for those that just can't make it, right? So definitely, this will go live. I might have to edit a few things out, just like this little beginning pieces where I'm talking about bit rates and stuff. Oh, that's a good question. No idea. The first stream, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I think I might have to take live suggestions, to be honest, because uh, if I do start doing streams regularly, what I'll probably do is start doing like themed streams where maybe I'll do a group reaction, or I just go through like a bunch of new groups I haven't done before, or something. Um, it's really embarrassing. When I record for myself, I could say my Sua all the time, but if I start talking about my Sua in front of people live, I'm gonna get nervous. Live reactions is definitely on the table. Ah, Lauren, if you're doing Calc 1, I might be able to help you, but uh exactly, this is what I was gonna say. There's gonna be the Dreamcatcher fans. There's gonna be the Stray Kids fans. They're gonna be, uh, 80s fans, that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking, for the first stream, I'll probably just kind of keep it generic and maybe don't focus on any specific group. But I'm not sure yet, right? But then in the future, if I just when I do more streams, it'll probably be themes so that people that aren't interested in X group, they could pass on it if they feel like it, right? That's what I'm thinking, just to be respectful of everyone else's time. Oh, might be a good time to learn about each other, I guess. um, yeah, I mean, we could even do live streams about math, being that I did many years of math. I'm jabbing at you, Lauren. Hello. I'm pretty sure people are gonna just trickle in here and there. Um, I have no idea. Still, to be honest, I'm thinking, hello, Panic in the City. It's funny, Panic in the City. Your comments are the only ones that comes up on my YouTube Studio like alerts. It should be showing me everyone's comments, but for some reason, you're the only one that pops up on that. So it's really deceptive that I have like one or two notifications, and then it turns out it's just Panic in the City. Indeed, the chosen one. I guess it's because I'm guessing you've Panic in the City is referencing Dreamcatcher's Wind Blows. Yeah, so for those that are trickling in, no real specific theme yet. I'm taking suggestions, but I'm probably going to stay away from very specific groups at the moment that I've done regularly thus far, and that's probably it's mainly because I want to be respectful of the people that are interested in Stray Kids only, or Dreamcatcher only, or ATs only, or uh, Twice only, that kind of stuff, right? Because just because I have 2,000 subscribers, which is great news. I don't. I'm pretty sure not everyone is interested in every video I create. Right. Like recently, I went on a Dreamcatcher binge, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you that don't click on those. So, um, did you miss something? Not really. I'm just kind of monologuing per usual. It's gonna be a lot of me doing this right now because I don't really have I have not come up with the methodology on how I want to do streaming yet. Calculate the composite functions of a f o g g o f n. Ooh. What do they mean by composite? I forget what all these words mean, so maybe I won't be so helpful. The beginning of calc is annoying because they make you do everything the hard way, and then towards the end of calculus 1 they tell you all the easy way to do everything. And that's what really annoyed me with calculus. Hello, another insomnia. Oh, I know there's going to be some stays here. There's going to be insomnias here. I think my channel has become a very cool place for stays and insomnias, and hopefully there's some overlapping there in between here and there. um, hold on one second. Calculate composite functions. What kind of a problem is this? Hmm. Terminology. Okay. Indeed. I still haven't determined what we're doing here. While people start, I might stay, kind of keep it not contentless here until around 11:10 when people trickle in here and there. Maybe play some music while. Oh, that's dangerous. Mm, let's see. I was actually thinking about watching these um, K-pop shorts and like these like or like these ratings like other people do like best fourth gen stuff or something like that. I wonder if we should check out a video of those one of those kinds of videos and kind of judge it and see if we agree or disagree. That was one thought, just to keep it kind of neutral ground for the first stream. Have I checked out Dice? Not yet. I'm waiting because I like to have multiple contents to react to, such as the MV, such as the dance performance or whatever, and all that stuff. So not yet. Music, by the way, it's a good suggestion. Ooh, produce groups. I actually wanted to check out Eyes One, but I have so much other stuff that I want to check out that I just kind of put them on the back burner. Top 10 betrayals. She was a great at Otakon. Alexa. I've heard of Alexa because I saw her on America's something, some TV show in America that she did. It was turned on and I just happened to watch it, and then I just happened to watch the part where she came on and I was like, Alexa, K-pop. She's from like Oklahoma or something, right? Fractured ribs. Oh, I know what I'm gonna listen to. Korean music. I'm gonna give you like old stuff while we wait. Like really old stuff. Maybe. If it's gonna be hard to find this. The hold on 1 second. This one. Yeah. So, ooh, the weird aspects. I only have one monitor. I have a really wide monitor, but I wish I had two monitors instead right now. Just collaboration songs. Um, 90s K-pop playlist. I'm pretty sure someone has made a playlist of 90s K-pop. 핑클, 내 남자친구에게. React to some of Yuja Hawk's project group things. Refund. It feels really kind of weird listening to this after listening to a bunch of fourth gen, like 2020s music and 2010s music. Going to this is really weird. But this is my childhood, guys, or I guess I was a teen when this song came out. Keep the volume just a little low. I agree. Why is this? Oh, this is not good. I need it lower on my end too, actually. Hold on. There we go. Is that better? Oh, Coyote had definitely had some bangers. Well, excuse me for being old. A little history. I was an SCS group. I was on SCS's corner, not Binko's corner. But I definitely had a soft spot for Ihori. Really weird listening to this right now. Yeah, as people trickle in and leave and come, some people might be coming into this live and instantly regretting it and leaving. Okay, it's 11:10. I'm gonna just go ahead and I guess there isn't really a way to start the stream. Hi everyone, I'm Andy on KAM Reacts. Thanks for joining me on my first live stream ever. Second live stream, but first official one, I think. Yeah, Umjama had bangers, Coyote had bangers. Oh, I wonder what kind of stuff they put in here. So actually, I was a very big ballad guy as well. Hey, for the Teddy fans, there's Teddy right here, right in the middle. How many of you guys know One Time? This is like the first real, not really first, but this is like the first generation of K-pop and hip-hop being really molded together into one thing. I think. One Time was more like early 2000s than late 90s. Jinushan was more like the late 90s guys that came in. Sounds to West Coast? Absolutely. I think Teddy's from the LA area. I think this song is better than Pink Venom, to be honest. Hot take? I don't know. It's funny, like I was so used to like the Stays and the Insomnias and the Atenes. You guys are so welcoming and so nice, and like oh, your honesty is welcome and all that stuff. And then I react to Blackpink, and then I get a bunch of hate. I'm like, oh, it's not a lot of people, like a few people, but it's like, oh, I'm not used to this. So Blackpink was I like Blackpink, but for some reason people like to attack people that have an opinion on stuff. Luckily, I had sisters that were older than me, so they had money because they had part-time jobs and things, and they were buying albums, and I was hearing them when I'm with them in the car and such. So I got a lot of my exposure from them. And so One Time wasn't really my cup of tea when I was younger when they were coming out. But my sister, my oldest sister, really enjoyed it, so she had several of their albums. And whenever we hung out in their room, you know, hanging out with listening to music, she played One Time a lot. Hello, welcome, by the way. Leonardo, it's a good point. I think Insomnias, I've mentioned several times, especially for the older stuff. They have like a older anime slash like second gen-y melody kind of feel, and I think older people will gravitate to that a little more. Older people like myself. Tears. 99 is a long time ago, by the way. I actually liked this song a lot from one time. Closing my window, it's getting colder, it's fall. I think this is the first song I really liked from one time. It actually feels a lot like Seo music when he started going really more hip-hoppy for a little bit. I'm always going to try and keep my age as anonymous as possible, right? Or unknown as possible, just because I like being forever interpreted as someone younger than I actually am. But I'm not that old either, right? You know. By the way, it's 11 a.m. PM, and I'm drinking an energy drink because I'm gonna go as long as you guys want me to. I don't have a time cap on this stream, so it might be 1 hour long if you guys are gonna hang out for that long. It might be 3 hours long if you guys have nothing to do. But who's the Korean person here? Me? Is that true, Nicholas? Is there a huge overlap between stays and Atenese? I think people are saying like there's some linkage between the two here and there. I think yeah, people think I'm maybe a decade younger than I actually am usually, which is a compliment, by the way. But I think that's gonna end at some point soon, I think. Leonardo, you're welcome to fall asleep whenever. It's 3 a.m. You're brave to be doing such things. Hello, Alejandro. Well, I can't comment on whether I can't confirm or deny any age being listed there. By the way, for the 18Es here, since my volume of videos has shrunk a lot, I kind of went through a weird phase of I really wanted to watch a lot of Stray Kids and Dreamcatcher. But I've tried to keep up with like newer stuff. Like I promised I'd react to 17 and such. So it's not that I'm moving away from ATs. I really like ATs a lot. I just got kind of sucked into Dreamcatcher a little bit, and then kind of go into these moods, right? And then Stray Kids, and there was a lot of girl group releases that I had to keep up with. I wanted to keep up with. I should say didn't have to. Well, so all that stuff anyways. I'll be there. I'll get back with ATs soon. Thank you for the kind words about the Dreamcatcher videos, and thank you for supporting my Dreamcatcher videos, by the way. A lot of videos coming out as of the last few days. Antaka. Uptown. Do you guys know Uptown? 97, they said. At least they dated themselves. I only remember one song from Uptown, and it was like their big hit. And for those that don't know, there's a legendary female rapper by the name T, or Yunmire, and she was in Uptown. This person right here, this is Yunmire. It's actually very interesting to hear her voice here, because she's like 15 or something here, and she sounds amazing here as well. Whoever made this 90s K-pop really enjoyed the hip-hop influence, actually. Oh. Yes, indeed, the black hole. The black hole that is falling into the fandom, a fandom of any kind, right? So the only group I was really a fan of growing up, really a big fan of, was HOT. HOT was the only group that I like really fanboyed over, and that was probably and then the heartbreak when they broke up was so catastrophic to me that I decided I will not be a big K-pop stan of any specific group anymore. So that's kind of the reason why I tried my best not to really favor only one group at a time. Although I have to say, Stray Kids and Dreamcatcher and ATEEZ specifically have been really high up on my list of groups I really enjoy watching. Will you react to Dreamcatcher albums or will you get copyrighted? I don't know. I never tried it. I'm guessing others have done it, and I'm guessing they get... So, for those that don't know, when you upload copywritten music, lately, especially for K-pop, when you have copywritten music like what I'm playing here, if there's someone that copywrote it, it will basically say this is copywritten music, and then it's up to the person that made the copyright if they will allow people to use it and then take the benefit all of the monetization from it. So basically all my reactions I get no money off of, and I don't really care, right? I'm just having fun right now. So it's not that I really care about the money part. So as long as it doesn't block my channel or strike my channel as someone that's being bad on YouTube, I can react to anything basically, for the most part. I think I don't know. I definitely know when things get blocked, right? It basically I can't publicize it. The heartbreak when G-Friend disbanded. So I actually know of G-Friend. I know my people have mentioned G-Friend a few times. I do know of G-Friend, and I do know of I do know vaguely. Hey, here's Coyote, by the way. Oh, that's a really old picture. Vaguely of their disbandment when I reacted to Vivis or Vivis or however you pronounce that. But Vivis, they through them I was like G-Friend. Eventually I realized I listened to a few of their songs, that early songs like Beauty something, glass bead. What's the Korean word for bead? I forget. Oh, there's been a lot of have you seen any of GOD's June's web content? No. Is it worth it? Is it worth checking out? HOT was the exact group I was interested in. There's a lot of comments I wasn't reading because I was on a monologue. Sorry. I felt the heartbreak when G-Friend... Yeah, that's where I was. Yeah. Yeah. G-Friend. I'll have to check out some of the music. I don't remember most of it though. Gosh, Shinji's got a very interesting voice. Shinji is the girl in the middle here from Coyote. HOT was the exact group just to 99. Introduced to? I've already been a stan for a long time. By 99, I mean. Wise One. Is Wise One the fan group for Eyes One? But that one, unfortunately, the contract was doomed. Was set to expire pretty early, right? Because it's like a bunch of other members from other groups coming together. Lily from NMIX recently sang a bunch of covers as a guest on a show. I really like Lily from NMix's voice. I will definitely check out more of her covers. Hi Valeria. What's about Baby Fox? Baby Fox, what do you want to know about Baby Fox? I enjoy Baby. Is there a Baby Fox song in here? Pinkle, Solid. Ooh, Solid's in here. There's HOT. There's Cool. Brown Eyes. DJ DOC. Do you guys know DJ DOC? The Heartbreak of... Will I consider using... No, Dreamcatcher come back next month. Will you buy their album? I'm definitely considering buying their album. But when you're married, you have to be careful where you spend your money. Will you consider using Twitch when live stream? Because... Oh. Haven't considered it. Should I? I thought only people do that on Patreon. But I was like, I made Patreon, but I haven't done anything with it. The Heartbreak of Girlfriend, G-Friend, and Panic right now with Pixie. Is Pixie in disbandment? Danger? Pinkle. Passion? Ah, this song, okay. I commented before on your videos, but I just wanted to make sure you never react to something KCON related. It does not matter if you ever cover the screen or not, they will strike you. Good to know. I think I may have accidentally reacted to a KCON video and then they gave me a block, so I covered it up and it worked. But I only did it once. I never clicked on another KCON video again for reactions. Thanks for the warning. I remember that comment. G-Friend is my jammed during my uni time. Sorry, I'm way behind on these comments. June Park acting like it has an American name. Oh. You know, I think his name is Park Jun Hyung? What's that his name? He's hilarious. He was kind of off-putting when I saw him in GOD because he's so obviously older than everyone, and but eventually his charm was like growing on me as I got older and I started to understand him a little better. Yes, Eyes One is Eyes One. Cool. Can't believe Kim Jong-min is a singer. I thought he was a comedian. Sorry, I'm laughing at the Kim Jong-min comment that he... For those that don't know Coyote, absolutely, he is a comedian, basically. Kim Jong-min was actually supposedly a great dancer. DJ DOC, Run DOC. Run T is a good song. Eunbi and Chaeyoung coming back and debuting on the same day. Eunbi from IS1. Chaeyoung from IS1. I watched Produce 48. Yes, Andy is married. I don't have my ring on right now, but every once in a while when I record during the day, you'll see my ring on. It's cool to catch the stream. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. I need to catch up on these chats so I could get current. No, I have not seen Purple Kiss, although I've seen their name get recommended. Twitch is really good for live stream, especially the emote. I'll explore Twitch. I know they're a platform. A lot of people stream on there with a variety of content. I have no idea what the difference would be from YouTube versus Twitch streaming. I'm pretty sure I could find that out pretty quick on my own. I think the cover. I don't know who's Hot People. I really recommend reacting to Dreamcatcher albums if you can. I definitely will. I just had to get to it. There's so much content. Thank you for letting me know, Nicholas, about the Twitch versus YouTube thing in terms of their revenue splits. Not that I make any money really off of any of this stuff. You should. Koyota's got a lot of these like 90s techno kind of beats. Oh, this is the one that really... This song always reminds me of like the good old days, I guess. Heard the newest Stray Kids record. Ian just make a cover for his song and his voice over. Huh? Did Stray Kids release something? I'll have to check. KCON, I'll be wary. Thank you again, Mosey. Or Da Mosey. Dreamcatcher's having an online concert October 30th on my Music Taste site. God, I wish I could see. I really am bummed out though, actually, that I didn't get to see them live this past couple months ago. Pixie isn't in immediate danger of disbandment, but they just lost 2 members pretty suddenly. What? Pixie members. What happened? Who? Ella and Scepter? What? Health concerns. No reason for a Scepter. What happened? That's unfortunate. Hollywood. Maybe? I don't remember. What made me get into K-pop again? A lack of music in my life, and I like music. Specifically, Korean music has predominantly been the music I listened to my entire life. Although I did go through phases of American hip-hop rap in the late 90s and early 2000s, and I also went into rock a little bit for a while as well. And then but it never those phases never lasted very long. It's always go back to Korean music at some point. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is, what the allure is, but definitely K-pop is my preferred music. Korean music is my preferred music, I should say. So that's why I wanted to explore that, really. Enjoying your smooth reaction. Thank you. You Just Suck's been rounding up a lot of the 80s. I've noticed this a long time ago. You Just Suck did like he would on Muhan Dojan, which is Infinity Challenge, which no longer runs airs anymore, but it was running for like 20 years, I feel like. On occasion, they would get disbanded groups back together to have like an impromptu concert. Not impromptu, but a concert. Seki's was one of them. Chexkisu was one of them, actually. So yeah, definitely You Just Suck has always had like this weird inkling of loving the 80s and 90s music, I think. I'll have to check out some of You Just Suck's recent stuff. I know there was the WSG and MSG wannabes that You Just Suck, one of the programs that You Just Suck was hosting. That's what's going on. Three Rochester, I heard. I just haven't gotten to it. I really want to. A great positive about YouTube is that I get to react and then hang out with you guys and interact with you guys. For those that are interested, and that's like been a really big highlight of my past like 3 months, basically. But the bad thing about having a YouTube reaction channel for K-pop is I can't listen to K-pop when it comes out. I want to react to it, right? So I'm just put it aside. Like, yeah, I'll get to the Blackpink's new album soon. When I react to it, I'll get to the Three Roger song when I react to it. So that's the bad part, is waiting a little bit. I'll get to it for sure. The new Sriracha, I should say, called Heyday, sung by Sriracha. Yeah, Heyday. I'll have to react to that. They didn't feel like doing the idol stuff anymore. The idol stuff is tough. It's really unfortunate. Actually, Setbear has a really unique style of rapping in K-pop, I feel like, for a female. Her voice was unique, I should say. And Ella... I actually liked Ella's voice when I listened to Addicted. It's a pretty big loss, actually, for Pixie, yeah? Stray Kids dropped the unveil for their B-side Superboard on their new album. I'll have to go check this out. Sepura is working in a coffee shop and seems to be thriving based on her IG goal. Good for her. I hope she's in a better place after leaving the entertainment industry then. He's one of the producers of Dreamcatcher Nations has signed an exclusive contract to an... Oh. Really? Crispy Chicken, you must let me know more about this. In these we trust. Good luck to these and thanks for all the pops. Did you hear about the Rolling Quartz already? I did hear about Rolling Quartz and they had a cover for Good Night that I want to check out because Good Night's a good song. Lee's won't be involved with Dreamcatcher anymore. It sounds like it if they went to another company. Hope Lee's still collab with Dreamcatcher. If he's got an exclusive contract with someone else, then we'll see how that goes. Thank you for dropping by, Grace. Go back to sleep. Or go to sleep. No, come on. Mosey, you can't bring my hopes up that Sua has probably watched your reactions. Kiss. 안녕하세요. Oh gosh. 환영합니다. Oh, Mosey, if you're so certain, you better tell her next time she does some kind of fan thing, like a V Live or whatever, she needs to call out Andy by first name. This song, Honey, the person that does oh honey and then she's actually a comedian. Was she more of a comedian or a MC? But she was a funny person, and I think she's still active or is on and off. But I always forget her name. And so whenever I hear that part of the song, I remember her. That's why I laugh so much. Oh, Panic in the City. You can't... You guys are getting my hopes up. That... Anyways, what does it matter if they watch my videos or not? If they find joy, great. By the way, I apologize to people that live in Japan or Korea or Russia. Depending on what content I react to, a video gets blocked in your specific country alone. For some reason, Russia really does not like Mason from Dreamcatcher. Not sure why. Korea doesn't like Jugan Idol, which is a weekly idol. And Japan doesn't like it when you react to Japanese anything. Sorry, Crispy Chicken. I am scrolled up because I monologue and I need to get caught up and I don't want to miss too many comments, right? So sorry about that. I'm almost caught up, but there's also latency. I think my latency is about 20 to 30 seconds from what I could tell, because I can see myself on my right and it's like a consistent 20 to 30 seconds behind. If you do DC dance challenge for next comeback, so high chance. Okay. Anyways, if they watch me, great. If they don't, doesn't matter. As long as you guys watch me, I don't care. Ooh, Lino and IN sing this song. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. We just reduce the volume, but just a little bit more. Let's see. Who's talking about me dancing all this time? This is a sight you will never see. You might hear me sing, but you will never see me dance. Not interesting. Be gone, thoughts. Throw it out the wall, the window, whatever. That's actually a good point. It's a cultural exchange between first and second gen knowledge that I have, and then the third and fourth gen you guys have. This is amazing, actually. I think JYP always had his retro songs always had like a modern feel to it. This song, I think, was ahead of its time, to be honest. Hello, Vladimir from Ukraine. I'll have to check the cover for that other song. You know. I wonder. I'm trying to think of like second gen groups. And I can't think of any second gen groups that are really caught me. Well, I liked Brown Eyed Girls, and I liked. I don't remember. It's been so while. I started listening to K-pop in second gen. No, that's cool. Second gen is actually a long time ago. I think a lot of people started in second gen, more than I expected. Trust me, because second gen, I was trying to spread the gospel of second gen to my friends and such, and no one cared. But I think that's when they were starting to push for some American or international presence somewhere. Let's see, second just what I started with too. I'll never forget seeing TVXQ for the first time. Donbangshinki was a... So... Donbangshinki came out just around the time or after HOT disbanded, and I was so bitter about that I really despised Donbangshinki at the time. But later I realized how talented they were. Good lord, are they talented. I think it's gonna be really hard to come up with another 5 group of guys with that much talent. I say that, but I'm thinking about the talent level now. I'm like, maybe that's not so far-fetched. At that time, though, I was like, this is a force. Ooh, roly-poly. I liked the song when it came out, and I don't like it now. It's kind of cringe now. Oh, how do you go to MJ? You know, MJ's influence everywhere, actually. JYP especially. His dancing style fairly unique, but it's a twist off of MJ style basically, as is basically everything. Pop-wise, Twice and Dreamcatcher are good groups, I think, to stand. Happy saying he made money in his early 20s selling CDs from Japanese rock artists while it was still banned in Korea before 98. That's cool. You could hear the Japanese rock influence in Dreamcatcher's music. Shiny, Big Bang, and Super Junior. Another confession. Shiny was a group that I also had a hard time liking because of their music. Who wasn't? Yeah, honestly, who wasn't a TVX fan? Sonicide, also a great group to be introduced to K-pop on, I think. Second generation was the generation. I don't know if I could say that because I don't know third and fourth enough, but second gen has a special place in my heart because I listened to a lot of it. Hello! Volume up from 4 minutes. My name is Andy, you can call me Cam, doesn't matter. Actually, my nickname has been Cam for about 20 years now. So you could call me Cam and I'll instantly recognize that as you're talking to me, so it's fine. Damn, sudden live stream. Not really, but I didn't announce it very well either. Actually, the live stream was announced in the community post, I think, and I realized this afternoon that probably it was not the best way to communicate that I'm gonna do a live stream. I didn't like Shiny's later stuff. Like Ring Ding Dong I thought was fine. I think Lucifer was probably my peak for Shiny, and then around after that I started kind of fading out of K-pop in general. But when I heard, what's that song? I'm so curious, yeah. That song, I didn't like it at all, so I was like, ooh. And that's around the time I started fading off K-pop anyway, so and I lost track of all that. Ooh, Mr. Dreamcatcher CEO brought X Japan and Yoshiki to Korea in the past. Is that true? That's some big names actually in Japanese, like J-pop, J-rock. I mean. I'll have to check out Taemin's solos. I hear good things about that. Luna Nomo Yeppo was a cultural reset. I knew about Kiva because of Double S501. Obomir. One thing that's really of note is how Second Gen didn't rely on choreo, but their live performance were pretty awesome. Pure? Of course I know Pure. December 32nd or whatever that song was called. It's probably like her only really big hit. But yeah, I know Pure. She's married to Haha. The guilt trip. I've been talking about reacting to Primavera's concert for so long. I'll do it. I will do it soon. 양파 노래는 역시, of course, 양파 is good stuff. 영어를 되게 잘 알아듣시나 봐요. 그래도 한입거리님, 한입거리님, your comments in Korean always caught my eye, and I wonder if you're a Korean person or if you're an American, someone that speaks English but is really good at Korean as well. But if you could understand English, that's amazing. If you're not natively an English speaker. I really actually am enjoying this just kind of low, chill reaction, listen to like really old music. Should we even go back to the 80s, guys? Yes, another Stray Kids guide is going to come. Definitely before the next album coming out from Stray Kids or the next release, I'll be reacting to some kind of guide from Stray Kids as well. Do you guys know Youngpa? She looks so different from when she was a teenager here now. This song was a huge hit. Let's see. Diva, let's skip Diva. Oh, this is one of my favorites, all-time favorite songs. When did this song come out? I'm gonna just raise the voice volume just a little bit. Aaron Nation Metalhead? You might be. Well, I'm actually just listening to old 90s music. I'm not averse to metal either. I listened to a fair bit of metal during my exploration of rock days. You will never know my real age. You know, I can see your voice. It's so Alright, we're going back. Maybe 7, 8 years ago, whatever it was. My, at the time, girlfriend of like 4 or 5 years, whatever it was, we were about to break up. Kind of a mutual breakup. But I was in Korea to kind of make sure we do that, kind of close the book in person. I had just graduated from university and just started my job, but I needed to take a week off so I could resolve this issue, right? And, while just hanging out in the hotel that I was in Korea, 너의 목소리가 보여? Is that how it is in Korean? That song came on, and that program came on, and I was like obsessed with that show for like a few episodes. It was season 1 though. Lula. Yupi? Yupi? Who's Yupi? Yupi. Yes, I like Cool, I like Yupi. Absolutely, Yupi is a good. I actually like Yupi a lot as well. Endless Night from DC and Poison from Pink. Fantasy. Pink sounds K-pop. Pink Fantasy. They debuted in 2018. Are they still active? I've never heard of them before. I'll get to Endless Night, for sure, from DC. Ah. It's actually interesting that Dreamcatcher became the gateway for metal heads to become metalheads, actually, to think about it that way. Because Dreamcatcher isn't really... I never thought Dreamcatcher was metal, at least from the songs that I've heard thus far. Pink Fantasy is so good. I might have to just, towards the end of my stream, I will probably just react to Poison from Pink Fantasy, actually. How do I want to handle this? I'm just gonna queue it up on one of my tabs here. Poison Pink Fantasy. Alright, it's queued up. I will get to it. Ah, Wax. I'm not in the mood for Wax, though. I'm not really in the mood for GOD right now. Actually, I really liked this song from GOD. This was like my favorite song from them. Metal? Just your really popular guys, like the, you know, the Metallicas of the world and such, right? Those were the good old days. Obviously I listened to them in the 2000s, of course, but what other metal bands did I like? I don't remember. It's been so long since I listened to any metal bands. Iron Maiden, Slipknot, yes, I like Slipknot. As Tool metal? Slayer, yes, I liked. Pantera, I liked. Black Sabbath, I think so. Korn, is Korn metal? You have to help me out. Is Korn metal? I know Honey because of Chaeyoung covering it on 16. Ah, Dreamcatcher has a huge metal overlap as far as I know, probably because many people in redirect metalhead into game. Oh, I see. Has this video of the variety show The Genius Game. Lee Sang-min is under a lot of he's on the news lately. You guys know. I'm already insomnia. DC got me into rock and metal. Did Sang-min pay off his debts yet? Did Sang-min pay off his debts yet? What does that mean? I listened to too much J-rock and anime, so I was a bit bored of rock until Dreamcatcher introduced me to their song. PF is almost a project group, kinda. It's a bunch of idols. Pink Fantasy is getting second, third chance at making it work without being exploited by sketchy CEOs. Oh, I see. But it's a noble cause. Yeah, same here. Yes, this song, bring tear to your eyes. Not gonna lie, this chat and the people here right now, I know, right? Yes, I know, Unlucky Morpheus. Korn is new metal. I see. One of my favorite bands. So yes, Korn. I really liked Korn's "Follow the Leader" album. That was my favorite Korn album. Anime watch Fairy Tail. It's so interesting that DC has Dreamcatcher has made people like metal a little more. I don't think Rage Against the Machine is metal, but that's one of my favorite bands of all time is Rage Against the Machine. You will, if I hear a Rage Against the Machine song come up on the radio in my car, it's getting turned up. But yeah, metal is a good genre of music. It's not for me at all times of the day, but it's definitely something I enjoy for sure. This song, though. What am I talking about metal when I have this song in the background? It's weird. Ah, something from Rula. I see. I do know this. I know knowing bros, Anon Hyungnim, when he came, like, that was the running gag for a while. Is like he's always looking for ways to make money, because he's in so much debt. Trivium. You know what would be fun on occasion is to watch some anime with you guys. If there are anime watchers. I used to really like watching anime, but I have a tendency to get emotionally attached to anime, and I stopped watching a lot because of that. It's unhealthy for me, but if it's people watching with me, it might be fun to just hang out with you guys and watch it. So, let me tell you a story real quick. Anime. I got depressed, incredibly depressed, from watching two specific movies of anime, of series I adore, and I stopped watching anime the same way ever again. Do you guys know Rurouni Kenshin? I think in Korean it was called Harame Gomshi? That was a... God, this song's a bop. Samurai X or Rurouni Kenshin or Wandering Samurai, whatever it is, or Harame Gomshi. The ending of that entire... There's a movie to that. And the ending to that freaking movie, good lord. And then the other one was Evangelion. The end of Evangelion specifically got me really emotionally wrecked, and I was so annoyed by that anime movie that I stopped watching anime for like 3 years after that. Also, I did watch Clannad, and I will never watch it again. I mean, I like it. I just don't want to feel that emotion again. Excuse me with your mom era. You're missing out. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad. I don't think anime is really rough times, tough times. It was me consuming entertainment that I liked, and I got so invested in it that I got wrecked by it. That's all. I'm specifically referring to After Story. That was painful to watch. Let's see. Next song. I need to find songs that really I like listening to. Oh, if you don't know this, you need to learn. You must learn the song if you don't know the song. Agreed. I don't know how to say your name. Ainsley? By the way, these songs, a lot of these songs are actually on Pump It Up, the first, like... Do you know Pump It Up? Am I really dating myself now? I know they still make it. So there was a era of arcade called Pump It Up in Korea, but it was basically a copy of DDR, Dance Dance Revolution, and those were days as well. And this song was on there, and I wrecked this song in expert or the hardest mode on Pump It Up. It was easy. Is that true? Probably. When I was younger, right? Yes, Nicholas. The story behind that ending was they ran out of money, and also they had the story wasn't done yet from the manga, so they were kind of going on their own little tangent, but they ran out of money because they spent so much money earlier in the series. For those that don't know, this is featuring Jung-ha. Jung-ha was huge in the late 90s and early 2000s as well. She's mainly just an actress now, but I had a small crush on her when I was young. It's so funny. Shinushan, I think, especially early on, I think their music was really catchy. But I feel like their flows were really weird. Especially Sean's delivery was a little weird. Let's see. I was thinking about K-pop rating. I wanted to watch one with you guys and see what you guys think of this crap. Brutally wrinkling mold. What do you guys think about this video? Oh, it's 23 minutes, so that's a long time to watch a video. 3 years ago, this is old. Refund Sisters. I'll have to check this out. If Androma is back, it's caught my attention. Hi, Marin. Marin? No, I don't know how to, just because you can play Pump It Up doesn't mean you know how to dance. No, that's not how it works. How do I find like short ones though? Like, is there a way I could sort like short videos? Yeah. How deep is your love? Oh, Ayo is a good song. This is the snitch that y'all ain't ready for. This is the snitch that y'all ain't ready for. Kakai. How does the song go from Sharp? I actually don't remember this song. Ever Glow Up stage presence videos. What's that? Glow Up stage. Brutally ranked, but they're so long. Sorry, I'm dealing with latency. Which one is that video? I remember this song now. I was not a big fan of this song, actually. Sharp's got a lot of good songs. Where's the other stuff?
Yo, man, I don't think they heard you. Won't you tell them what your name is?
Sometimes I'm a little embarrassed with the old songs that I like. This guy's voice is something else. Okay, gonna change it up and let's look at one of these videos you guys talk about. The stage presence iceberg. What is idols? From here, which one should I look at? Ranking this one? Second one. Brutally ranking Blackpink red. This one? I have to wait like 20 seconds after I ask that. Sorry. I think everyone's saying second, so this one, right? Okay.
I am not here to cater for your feelings. You're on my channel watching my video. You're gonna get my opinion. That's it. That's the intro.
Great. I appreciate that.
Let the Hunger Games begin.
Respect. I wasn't expecting to hear Dreamcatcher for the intro. Boca. By the way, Boca's growing on me a
I have a
lot.
confession to make. I had no plans of turning this into a series at all. When I analyzed stage presence for Everglow, ITZY, aespa, and Idol, it was to purely distract myself. After uploading a video debunking Mina's claims of being quote-unquote bullied by Jimin, I was viciously attacked by her fans, despite the fact that I had evidence to back it up. That's a story for another day. It literally put me in a bad place to the point where I was depriving myself of food, and it started to affect my mental health. My mother, out of fear and worry for my well-being, obviously suggested that maybe it was a good idea to take a break. So I decided to take the break. The only problem was my semester was over, school and work were also on a break, so I had nothing to keep me distracted from my thoughts. I needed something that would keep me busy and preoccupied, and that's kind of how I got here.
No disrespect, I'm just gonna skip
suggest
ahead.
watching the video.
Expect you to either. Their preference, which differs from 8 billion people, someone is bound.
Being feminine compliments me as it's the little things the group as a whole are boring to watch and are only popular because they're pretty to look at. The problem with this opinion, and while I respect it and all, is that most people talking about stage presence believe that pretty and attractive are the same thing. Pretty mainly focuses on outward appearance, while being attractive is the ability to arouse interest. We see pretty people every day, but we aren't always inclined to look them up, follow up on what they're doing, or want to stand them. As performers, while being pretty, of course, Blackpink are what you call attractive.
You missed
they have the ability
nothing.
of magnets
No worries.
to pull you in. The belief that people who enjoy their stage presence are shallow airheads who just like pretty little things is misguided in
and my
opinion.
age reveal, of course, you missed that as well during your watch.
Chemistry would be opposites attract. Hence why I refer to them as the Geminis. They're like two sides of the same coin. While watching Mira's video about their on-screen personas in their music videos, everything from their hair colors to the way their individual scenes were shot, I noticed that it was parallel to what I had observed.
So she's saying stage presence from these four groups, Blackpink is the fourth,
Jennie
right?
and Lisa are opposites of each other. Let me explain. Jisoo is the closeted version of Rose. Both are feminine, sensual performers, but Jisoo is the more reserved side, more mysterious, you would say. She is Rose's dark resemblance. Both of them possess goddess-like energy, but Jisoo holds a more mysterious power over it, while Rose bears it all out for you to marvel at. Lisa is the opposite of Jennie in terms of energy. She is her masculine version. If Lisa was a feminine performer, she would be Jennie's type.
Okay, so I'm going to skip a little bit. There's a lot of talk.
Jennie and Lisa, who are opposites, are mostly viewed by the general public.
Maybe I'll comment and say, do I agree? Let's see, Blackpink, Twice, Red Velvet, and Dreamcatcher. I think Blackpink from these four groups would be
both in strong and lighter concepts. Watching performances like How You Like That and Kill This Love, I was impressed by how well they strengthen each other. Almost in every Lisa shot, rappers.
I think it's between Red Velvet and Blackpink as the least in stage presence.
On those similar.
What is masculine dominant version?
Works well for
I'm
them.
skipping ahead. Sorry. Overt performer version.
Present.
Okay.
The only
Red Velvet's third.
Red Velvet than any of these. Almost every era pushes their abilities to perform, and it's beautiful to see different sides of every member as they tackle a new era. Watching Yeti between Really Bad Boy and Queendom eras has been the most fascinating. She is the most evolved performer in the group. Concept-wise, Red Velvet is known for having two main sides. Red,
so I'm gonna
which
just
is their
skip
cute
along
side, and Velvet,
for
which is their girl crush side.
kind of
What
getting the
amazes me
basic
is how
idea of
every
her
member suits
ranking.
both sides of
I'm
the
not gonna
group
listen to too much of
without looking
why
out of
she
place.
is, because
Another
I
intriguing
probably
thing is that
understand
all
most
the
of it
members
anyway.
possess more than one performance archetype. Joy and Wendy are the most interesting, having charismatic and sensual sides, which, if you know, these two happen to be the opposites of each other.
By the way, in my opinion, Red Velvet, the people with the best stage presence
strong chemistry, with Yeti and Solgi carrying the masculine side of the group, while Irene, Wendy, and Joy are the feminine performers. They also have all archetype combinations, which is surprising for a small
and
group.
Sergi
Irene is
and
a dominant
Wendy
sensual
have the most
performer.
stage presence
Wendy
to me
and Joy are
in Red
charismatic
Velvet.
sensual performers. Solgi is a dominant charismatic performer, while Yeti possesses all three. Dominant,
I think Irene is incredibly pretty, but her stage presence
the only
is
other
lacking.
person who has this combination was Team Chem.
Skipping twice. I think
Twice's stage presence
I think I haven't watched this. No, this is the one I watched.
Most groups with the larger number of members
So,
are usually a huge turnoff in terms of stage presence.
I'm not
with
gonna say
the
that.
kinds
So,
of concepts that Twice tackles, the more
stop talking over
members,
me.
the better. The only other girl group with more than 7 members that makes this work perfectly
turn it down just
is
a little
All My
bit.
Girl. Since
So I
there's so
think
many of them, their
Twice
formations
is
and choreography
second
is
to me as
also
well.
relevant.
Actually, so far I
Twice
agree
may
with the
not have many
ordering.
distinct performers. When they're
But I probably don't have the
together
same
as a group,
criteria,
they
right,
have
as
so
her.
much
But
power and attraction, which
I would
is
say
the definition of group chemistry.
some members have
Full of
great
hyper
stage
charismatic
presence in
or
Twice,
sensual
and I think some
performers, which
members
are
are
opposites of
incredibly
each other.
lacking in
But
stage
since
presence
a
in
lot of
Twice.
members are coverted performers, it doesn't look off. Also, just like a wolf pack, the group has straight demarcation
I
in
think
terms of who stands out and
Chiho
who
probably has
doesn't.
the
Unlike
most
Everglow,
stage
where
presence,
there's a
and
clear
Momo
shift
has the
between
second most
eras.
stage presence.
From
I
EU
think that's
and
almost
Xian and
universal.
Eden standing out during the BC era,
I
to
think
Mia, Asha, and EU,
Tana and
Leo's era,
Nyan
and
are like
Julian
on a tier
standing out
below
from
those
Visa
two.
era onwards. Twice has kept a consistent energy. Jihyo, Sana, Momo, and Nayeon continue to stand out, while Daehyun, Mina, and Tsiyu remain the background performers. Chaeyoung and Jangyan are always somewhere in between.
Probably.
They may not stand out,
I
but
think
they don't completely fail. For most groups, this structure
Chongyeon
is
also is
disastrous, but for
in
Twice,
their
it works out
second
perfectly.
tier.
That's why they're
Anyways.
so high on the list. With more weaker than stronger performers, they still find a way to make it work.
And then the rest are the others. Oh, Dreamcatcher. I don't know if I could be objectively able to say anything about Dreamcatcher.
The amount of power
I don't know if I
is
watched
terrifying.
this.
Call them the silent assassins, as they always understand the assignment with complete precision and flawless stealth. Not once has Dreamcatcher ever failed to deliver on stage. Not once. And
think-
what makes it even scarier? They have no weak spots. Everyone complements another.
I
strengthens
think
the other members, and those who
Xion
stand
has
out
the
have
most
ability to
unique
fade in the
stage
background when
presence.
they aren't at the center of the
I think
stage.
Sua
Another thing
has
that
the
intrigues
most.
me is that the members who aren't the standout performers have more than one archetype, while those who stand out only have
Energy?
one. Usually in other groups, performers who do less are seen as weak, but that's not the case with Dreamcatcher. Dami, Huyeon, Jiu, and Handong know how to play off the phrase "less is more." They have so much power, regardless of the fact that they don't do much in terms of.
I cannot,
expressions.
but
They
I
prove
cannot
that you don't have to
objectively
be
rate
super expressive in
Dreamcatcher,
order
so I'm
to be an
gonna
excellent
refrain.
performer. As for Guyan, Sua, and Xion, they have what I call controlled strength. They stand out without destroying the chemistry of the group. They give just about enough of everything and do not overdo it. This helps balance the energy. They are like ITZY, but better. What surprises
Oh,
me
no.
is that they are the most unbalanced in terms of energy and archetypes, but they're so harmonious it's literally flawless. Every stage they have done, they have performed it meticulously with so much strength, they never screw up. Their consistency is top tier, and a group like this deserves to be number one. Now on to the individual
Yeah,
ranking.
that was like the
First, I wanna
shortest
give
part.
you guys
Like, I think she
different
spent like
tiers that I made
20
for
minutes.
each of
Obviously
these
not 20
individual
minutes, but
groups.
it felt like
Actually,
a lot of it was
this on my
Blackpink.
community tab. It made a YouTube short, but I ended up deleting her to my capturing attention. Just isn't something she does well. What I love about her
Mina
is the
overall
with
rank.
her eyes, but this is not something she does when she centers her face or her face
Mina,
that darkly attracts.
Okay. Sui bottom
and a
tier.
perfect amount
Okay.
of she's probably just to die for. Chewy is controlled, and what I mean by that is that her energy doesn't feel all over the place. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like she plans ahead how she wants to look on camera, but still manages to make it look natural. I also am in love with how she performed more and more. She was so clean and precise, and at some point she was even expressive. The major thing that bothers me is how she can lack facial expressions. For a charismatic performer, that can be detrimental to their stage presence. Sometimes looking good just isn't enough to attract people. This happens especially when she's delivering her lines to the camera, with the exception of More and More and perhaps What Is Love. Daeyeon is what I call a flip-flopper.
So Sui, I think she really impressed me with her vocals in Talk That Talk,
really good,
the most recent.
There are some times when she smiles and it looks a little creepy. I noticed that it's usually in concepts that she isn't overly cute, and when her wardrobe is darker, that she looks a little out of place. And I do think she needs to know when to smile sometimes. Another thing, Daeyeon cannot arouse excitement on stage like she does behind the scenes and on reality shows with her personality. A lot of the times she just plasters a smile across the face and calls it a day, which can be tiring because variation is important in terms of stage presence.
I think Taeyeon has one of those incredibly rehearsed smiles. Like, she no longer has to think about how she's smiling. It just comes out.
Superior. If I could describe Jangyeon's stage presence, it would be energetic. She has so much power.
I kind of agree with you, Miggy, on the number.
She always seems to be precise. She may not be extremely exciting to watch all the time, but watching her perform is satisfying. Another thing, this woman with short hair is unstoppable. But for some reason, longer hair doesn't seem to affect her stage presence too much, even though she's a masculine performer. I also notice I prefer her shorter hair when it is blonde than when it is in any natural color like black or brown. Her alcohol-free performances gave me life. Even when she is in pain, Jangyeon continues to deliver on stage. I do wish she is a little more expressive sometimes because of her face shape. The less expressive she is, the more awkward she looks.
I will put Jonghyun over Jisoo, personally.
Jisoo overflows with what I call goddess energy. Her stage presence is like reserved power. She does less but is still able to communicate well. Her eye contact is so good and almost flirtatious at some points. That's usually something that happens with sensual performers. She has at the camp.
Sorry, I'm gonna fast forward just in the interest of time. I want to get through other stuff too. Joy so. I think even Yeri should be below Joy. If this is just a ranking overall for, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Elevates the stage presence as well. What makes Yeri better than her is that Yeri evolves and improves.
Are you sure? Like, even
doesn't do that much.
Even feel special or fancy?
But with Yeri, it's different. Sometimes I'm amazed at how easy it is for people to underestimate Yeri's stage presence. When you look at Yeri over the years, it amazes me how all-rounded she's become as a coveted performer. And it's easy for her to adapt to just about any era. When she started off in Ice Cream era, she was very charismatic. You could see those elements when she performs. Russian Roulette, Real Bad was real. There's a lot of this she's grown to do.
Blah 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 blah.
Chaeyoung is the only member who complements Jangyeon's masculine stage presence. What I love about Chaeyoung is how natural she looks on stage. She never comes off as trying too hard. Her face elephant. I can stop. Deep light is the.
I really appreciate the effort she put into all this analysis, though.
17 is Yuhyun of Dreamcatcher. Damn, finally a Dreamcatcher member. I call her the commander because when she is center, she really is center. She takes it with so much power, like there's no one else in the room. And it makes sense since she's partially a dominant performer.
Fancy and Feel Special were of similar
phenomenal and improved tremendously. It was
presence. Maybe that's just me.
Her dominant side never showed in any of the eras before these. Her eyes communicate in perfect sync with her body movements, and her energy is very consistent. And you will find this is a common thing with Dreamcatcher. Her eye contact with the camera is very bold. It gives off confidence in terms of energy. I really hope she continues to flourish in
I think Signal was a weaker
Geo is one of the few idols who
song
don't have to do much to capture attention.
than
which,
Scientist.
To be honest, is easier said than done.
Excuse me?
Idols who look bland and boring when they don't do anything. For Eve song.
Discredited already.
Once her detail or it's wavy, the better. It's a huge step up for her. who genuinely power she has.
Excuse me, there's way too much Dreamcatcher in the tens here.
Another idol whose stage presence is highly affected by hair color. The brighter the hair, the stronger the stage presence. Most of the eras, her hair is usually in brown tones, from the chestnut brown, the honey brown.
Well, Sana is my bias record.
To the brown black hair, it's never really helped Sana's stage presence. See, Nameless, I took time to research and know the different shades of brown. You should her hair.
Okay, so what's next? Wendy. Okay, Wendy's in the middle tier, I think. Still, fight me if you want to, but I think she's still one of the best vocalists in, I guess Red Velvet's technically 3rd generation, right? Or are they 4th generation? I can't tell.
The only thing that does bother me is that her energy is not as controlled and refined. Sometimes she looks like she's about to flow forming in dramatic and forms. I see this type mirrored in a lot of idols like Kai of
Why are you calling her Pejuyan instead of Irene?
Of Aespa and sometimes Jenny of Blackpink. Their body language presence is much stronger.
She's actually got a really pretty.
People see them as quote unquote.
Juhyun is a very pretty name to me in Korean.
As expressive. But personally, I love this about them. Something about that.
I think Irene's too high on your list, to be honest, but this is me.
Presence, it's really magnetic and alluring to watch. The less Irene does with her face, the more attractive she is. The little smirks here and there, along with her side glances and eye flatters,
3rd generation.
Just
okay.
enough. Irene does not have to be more expressive. It's unnecessary for a performance type, especially when you look at their Velvet performances. Her archetype is perfect for this. And you know what? Funny thing is that it works just as fine and looks so
what?
But at the same time, like her,
well, her vocals are lacking.
Get too many lines and a lot of
but I thought this was about presence or something, like right? How the hell?
Perfect unison performance.
Ion, okay, but above Jiu
isn't stale like most covert sensual types. Remember when I said that Jisoo could improve her type?
Well, her facial expressions are top tier though. But does that translate to stage presence?
Face crunches, kind of like Jenny, and it's very attractive. Ion is
I don't know. Tommy, stage presence versus. Hi, Tommy.
Dami is easily my favorite female masculine co.
Oh, her name's Yubin? I didn't know her name was Yubin.
But Dami is just another thing. She probably has the strongest presence in Dreamcatcher. Not stage presence, just her presence. Her being there, literally just existing. What makes Dami special is that she's one of the few masculine female performers like Jangyan who are hardly affected by makeup, wardrobe, or lighting. She could wear a potato sack and still slay.
I want to comment on what she just said about just her presence is huge, and I think I get what she's saying. I think
rather than how she looks or what she needs to do to look good. This is very evident.
I think she looks distinctly different from everyone else in Dreamcatcher, and not only that, when she sings, her voice is distinctly different from everyone else. Like it's, you know, it's Tommy. So I think, does that translate to stage presence? I don't know, because her voice is part of the stage presence. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, hold on. Sorry, Suki.
Normally, I
who
would
knows?
have Irene
Looks
at
like
the
their
top of Red
Vampire
Velvet stage presence, but
underestimate how much of an all-rounder Kion is too. Kion is definitely an all-rounder for sure. That's my bias. She can't be about you. I can't be objective. All I can say for sure, Shion is my top #1 in stage presence.
I believe that this started around Red Flavor era.
Yes, charismatic performance rely on facial expressions.
It was the era that her
yeah,
charismatic
okay.
side started to come out.
Here's the thing with
has always been a dominant performer, and it sometimes has hindered her abilities to perform well, especially in
probably an unpopular, but I think it's unfair to compare groups or idols in general because they're unique strengths and I think, but comparing is fun because you can't get it right. You can never get it right. Maybe you can, but you can't really get it right. That's why it's funny, and you could criticize a list that someone else has opinion-wise, right?
With subtle facial expressions, but it tends to look a little awkward. Ever since her charismatic side evolved,
you know,
more appropriate facial expressions,
there's only two people that have demanded my highs, and it's Felix and Dami. For those that don't know, Felix, Dreamcatcher, Stray Kids has Felix, and
there's just something about her stage presence.
He started the high thing, and up to this point, the only highs I give out are Felix and Tommy on a regular basis. So those basically, I think what happened was they just came up and
but Neon
took
is a
the
force to be
took it
reckoned
over.
with. As a strong, overt
I don't know.
charismatic
I don't even know how to
performer,
say
Neon
anything.
seems to be the
But
kind
they
that works
just,
with her
I need to give
surroundings.
them
She
my
works with
respect
the lighting,
after
the wardrobe, the hair and the makeup,
they
etc.
did what
When
they did
Neon
to me.
has hair in her face, she intensifies her facial expressions, and this is important because charismatic performers need to perform with their whole faces.
Make me
And when
interested.
they
Yeah,
have
which
hair
is
in
why
their
people
face, it
shouldn't watch
distracts
these
from their
videos. Haha.
ability to stand
I
out.
agree.
When she has more
Yeah,
striking
basically has
makeup or
faces with
outfits, she shies away from doing a lot with her face. This keeps her from looking like she is doing too much sometimes. What I'm trying to say is that Neon knows how to
Well,
look
I
good.
can't be.
I believe this is one
I'm
of the
not.
reasons why she
Nyan
has
is my
most
bias in
Twice's
Twice,
songs,
so I
is
cannot
because
be
she knows how
objective
to
with her
bring it
either. So
on
I'm gonna
stage.
skip to Jenny. So I don't have a bias in Blackpink, and I think Jenny's got good stage presence, but I think top 10 might be pushing
Now,
it.
before all the crazy blunks come for me, Jenny is my ultimate bias in Blackpink. And before starting these groups, I was sure that her and Lisa were going to be second place because there's one woman I had no doubt would top the list, and she did. But more on that later.
Miki,
It's
what do
not
you
a
mean by
secret
this?
that Jenny is one of the most intriguing
Not only did you
performers in
at
K-pop.
me
She has strong
specifically,
stage presence that
but
attracts
now you're
attention so easily.
telling me something
And it's
about Tommy
natural for her.
preparing
It's like
before
eating
her rap
breakfast or
parts and stuff.
brushing your
I don't
teeth.
know what that means.
The thing about Jenny is that she has the ability to dominate the stage. That's why, in my personal opinion, I
This is,
believe she was the
I guess you
only
could
member
count Mr.
who
Unfair,
really
but
was
I.
ready to go solo. She knows how
Oh,
to sell the
he's
stage
got a
on her
different.
own.
He's the only
Being the
guy
best
with a
performer in
nickname.
the group doesn't always mean you will
Mr.
be the
Unfair.
best solo
For those that
artist.
don't
When
know,
you
there's
are
only
in a
one
group,
person that
you're
has
the
a
best
nickname
performer. When you are
in my
solo, you are the group.
reactions.
Jenny is the only
It's
member
it
who
is
can truly sell the
Han
solo
from
artistry that is needed in a performer. The only issue I have is the inconsistency.
Stray
Jenny
Kids.
has mentioned that she runs out of breath pretty easily, and
So I think that in
many
itself
group
is
have
a
the same problem. You have
ultimate
no
respect
idea how many
paid.
times I have to take a breath after saying 2 words when reading a script. However, I do have to judge her fairly, and it doesn't take
What's
away from
Andy
the fact that
MBTI?
her
What's an
inconsistency
MBTI? Is
does
that the
bother me at times.
personality
I
thing?
believe she does uses the times when she's not on camera to kind of recollect herself and get her
I have no
breathing
idea.
back to normal. But at the same time, it kind of makes her look like
I
she's
want to
not
finish
really
this, and I want to get to a
interested in
guy
performing.
version of this too.
Feels
Does she do
like
boy groups?
no. Look, I love my bias and all. After all the studying that I've done,
Lisa, okay.
type as well.
Well, the funny thing about Lisa
Cool
is she is
is
aesthetically very different looking than everyone else in Blackpink.
Performer, and she doesn't stop
Just
until
by
the show is over. And as I've reiterated already, consistency is a big plus in my books.
What, Biggie? What is this? Hold on. Now I must. I'm falling behind on these comments, by the way. Yeah, Dami demands that you say hi to her. Of course she does. That's why I have to. I must. I am compelled. What's all of you, MB? I'm curious. I am INFP. I don't know what any of this means. The thing that Dami does, that is something you'd have to see or look out for. I'm an I. Maybe. I know I, the first letter is introvert or extrovert, right? I'm probably an introvert. I don't know. I'm the PFP. Mr. Unfair is in League of His. Yeah, he might just be actually. Tommy usually bring out her devil. Yeah. Well, anyways, but back to Sua's here. Just wrapping up what I was trying to say earlier before I read Mickey's distracting comment. Yeah, I think just looking at Lisa compared in Blackpink as a group, she sticks out so much. You could tell her limbs are. She's not very tall, but she's got the tiny face. Her arms are so and legs are so long compared to the other members. I think that's the. She's half white, right? Like some kind of European country white, right? She's Thai and mixed with something else, and so just that, and then she's an incredible dancer. She just sticks out. It's undeniable that Lisa is there. Should I do it? How long is an MBTI test? Is there like a free test I could do online that kind of gives you like a rough idea of what your personality type is? I'd be willing to do that with you guys right now. After this video. Maybe it's the kiss emoji. I think if you guys don't know, if you at KAM reacts me, my name is in orange, so that's why I keep reading it. Do you guys have one you would recommend to me that I could to do a test? I'll if it's fast, I could do it real quick.
Risk of looking redundant, and Sua usually avoids that by not looking into the camera directly.
This is your chance to redeem yourself, ever glow up.
Looks to the side, and this is a good thing because it gives a different angle to her face, and it gives the illusion that she's a sensual performer, even though she's not. It makes her look versatile. Sua has a very expressive face, and if not handled well, can come off as overperforming. Maybe she and Wendy simply just look to the sides because they're vocalists, but I can't help point out how that positively affects their stage presence.
These are amazing clips of
when she doesn't have her hair.
Sua, by the way.
Instead of toning down the facial expressions the way Nayeon does, she simply avoids looking into the camera for too long, and it keeps her from being too intense and too overwhelming. I bet the anticipation is killing you right now. I bet since I told you almost a week ago that they were the top 3, you've been dying to know who's number 1, haven't you? I bet you wish you could smack me across the face for wasting your time right now.
By the way, Miggy, you're welcome to at Cam me. It's always fine. Anyone could at Cam reacts me. That's totally fine. It'll definitely grab my attention if you need me to see something, by the way. I know, right?
Me,
How can
is one of the best sensual performers.
redemption might be maybe too much of a
camera play, and
might be impossible at this point.
How easy it is for her to
I think Rose is the strongest member in stage presence at Blackpink.
And she had never captured my attention the way she does now. I think it's because I became so familiar with watching her on stage, I hardly ever notice her improvement. Also because, you know, they literally come back once every year, so there's that. But her body language has improved the most, I believe.
You're powerless here, Miggy. You cannot compel the rest of chat to do this. You're bidding.
More like a river. She flows effortlessly through every performance and looks more comfortable. And
okay, so anyways, I'm getting on with the top tier. Queen of the list, Xion is here.
So, Xion, as most of you had guessed, she would at least be second if she wasn't first. Xion's the goddess of intense eye contact, and the only female I would say...
Is the only member left in this top 25 is Jihyo, right?
If looks could kill, Jiwoo would have ended the industry by now. Xion knows how to easily capture attention and maintains it. Once you watch her, you can't stop. But what amazes me the most is that when she isn't center, she doesn't feel the need to keep doing too much. She slows down, which is something charismatic performers have a hard time doing. Unlike Jihyo, who switches effortlessly to a sensual side, Xion doesn't have that. Instead, she eases the tension on her face, makes her eye contact become softer as she continues to perform. Another person I've seen who is actually able to do this is Kep1er's Yeso. This is one of the reasons why I believe she was center material and she could play that part well and not overwhelm the group too much.
Xian's number 1, not number 2.
You'll see what I mean. Xion knows how to handle the stage when it's hers, and she knows how to give it away when it's not. And to me, that's the epitome of being the best performer in a particular group.
Position 2, Jihyo. I think the nickname that's out and about is called God Jihyo, and I understand why.
Okay, to be honest with you, I had flip-flopped between Jihyo and Xion to try and decide who's number 1. It genuinely was a hard decision. I mean, Jihyo is second on this list, and I'm not surprised that she made it this far, because she's one of the best third-generation performers after all. Jihyo is what I would call a sniper, because she's very precise. She's the best charismatic sensual performer in K-pop, in my opinion. Charismatic and sensual performers are opposites of each other. So any idol who happens to have both of these as their archetype...
By the way, I think blonde Xion is one of the best looking Xions. Short-ish hair blonde Xion it strikes you for sure.
In the right way, and that is a difficult task. Jihyo for years seemed to be more inclined to her charismatic side, but as Twice has tackled more young adult-ish concepts, she's embraced her sensual side to the fullest.
So it's really hard to rate groups across groups, and not people across groups. And I say that because
it's not too subtle, but at the same time it's not overwhelming. Jihyo is the standard for me.
I wanted what would it look like if I had a Jihyo and a Xion
there we go. That's it.
in the same group, like
I know you all
then it would be easier to compare, right?
To do this, I finally got around to do it. This has been one of the hardest videos I have
She's a
ever
little
had
OP,
to do
overpowered.
on this channel.
In Twice,
I think
she might be a little too talented for
it was
Twice.
definitely emotionally
Maybe.
taxing, and that's why I needed
Ah,
like
odd eye,
the
indeed.
2-week break from like social media and stuff because I really
Okay.
needed to
I
concentrate.
think she's Everglow Up. She puts a lot of details and a lot of time to make this video. I respect in that regard, and I respect your opinion. Because I always ask for. I always ask for respect of my opinion as well, so I respect her opinion. I don't agree, and everyone is welcome to disagree. But anyways, what's the MFTP? What is it? Personality test? Oh, it's the Myers and Briggs test, right? Free? MBTI, sorry. Oh, sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud. I just hit my microphone. MBTI free test. Just go to the first one. Do I have to log in? I don't know if I want to do that then. Okay. You regularly make new friends. Eugh. Yeah. See, other people cry can easily make you feel no. I'm ice cold, stone cold. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Somewhat agree. Yes. And at social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people. Mostly talk to them. I would disagree with that, though. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Yeah. You were very sentimental. I don't know. You like to organize. I disagree. Even a small mistake, everything's in here. And it's a terrible, terrible way to organize. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your own. No, strongly disagree. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up. If I have to, I could do it. I don't want to, but it doesn't mean I'm comfortable doing it. You feel comfortable just walking up. I'm comfortable doing it, but I don't want to do it. How do I neutral? You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations of analysis. Oh, I actually really enjoy that. Andy is INFP, mark my words. But he said heads. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Yes. Just how much do I agree? You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. No, I like planning somewhat. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. So I'm in a profession where I've been in a profession for the last 7-8 years. My whole career has been heavily emphasizes good impressions, because it's kind of ingrained in me. I would disagree slightly with that. You enjoy participating in group activities. Yeah, I do. You like books and movies that come up with your own interpretation of the. Don't think so. No. Your happiness comes from helping others accomplish things at your own. I'm very neutral. I don't know. You are interested in so many things that you find difficult to choose what to try next. No. You're prone to worrying that things will take. No, never. You avoid leadership roles in groups. No, actually, I like being in leadership roles. How much do I disagree? A lot. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. Slightly agree. You think the world would be better a place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. I'm very neutral because I think feelings are important too. Yes. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Disagree. You enjoy watching people argue. No, I hate people. I don't like watching people argue. Do I like watching people argue? Oh, when you're mushroom, if so when we do group activities, everyone doesn't want to be in that group activity until someone takes the reins. When someone actually knows how to become a lead that group, even if it's not officially I'm the leader, but rather delegation and organization. If someone does that in your life, in your group, it's a huge game changer. And I'm always the person that will sit back until there's no choice. There's too much disarray. Then I'll come in and I'm like, no, you guys need to freaking, you do this, you do that, you do that. We need to get this going, right? And that's where I'm at. So, and I really enjoy that part of it, being the I don't want to call it a leader, but I enjoy finding the strengths of people and giving them tasks that they know how to do or I know they can do very well. And usually that means I get the butt end of crap in terms of what tasks need to be done. But I'm happy to do it if everyone else is able to provide to the group the best they can. And that's the kind of, if you have those kind of people in your group, or if you are that person in that group, you can make group projects so much happier and funner and easier. You enjoy watching people argue. I don't know. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Yes. Nope. You lose your patience with people who are not as efficient as you. Slightly, yes. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Slightly, yes. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Slightly, yes. I really enjoy this uh this I'm 50% of the way there. Can I create a poll? So I'm seeing several people say um INTP, ENTJ, INTJ. What else are people thinking I might be? INTP, INTP, ISTP. Anyway, I'll ask this real quick. You usually prefer to be around others rather than your own. I actually really like being alone. uh, you become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No, I disagree with that. You find it easy to emphasize with the person whose experiences are very different from yours. No, I disagree with this heavily. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. If I'm the final decision maker, then disagree. You rarely to second guess the choices that you have made. Very agree. After a long and exhausting week, a lively association is what you need. I disagree. The more your MBTI change, the more grown mentally you are. You listed INTP twice in the poll. Did I? Did I? I apologize. I don't think I could change it anywhere. The poll is the poll. INTP is 45% though. You enjoy going to, yes, I agree, going to art museums. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I disagree heavily. You like to have to do a to-do list for each day. Slightly agree. I rarely feel insecure. Very agree. You avoid making phone calls. Slightly agree. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I don't spend a lot of time doing that, no. Slightly disagree. Um, all right. I done goofed the poll. I apologize. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. So in my group of friends, I have a bunch of people that don't like reaching out, being the first to reach out. So we never hang out. Uh, if your plans are interrupted, your priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. No, I adapt actually. So I disagree. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Who isn't? Very slightly agree. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence, or rarely contemplate. Yes. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Disagree heavily. You take care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their fault. It really depends on the situation. Professionally, slightly agree. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent effort. I disagree. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. No. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. It's a good question. Because my entire career, I've had to talk to a lot of people. I'm sorry. I didn't intend for that Yuyun thing to. I totally forgot to reschedule that. My bad. If you leave, I understand, but I'll still be here probably. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. You know, so, as I get older, I really like being alone more. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, I don't think it's a waste of time. It smells like smoke outside. This close. What the heck? You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres and quiet, intimate spaces. I really like the city life, so yeah, a little bit. You know, at first glance, how someone is feeling. Yes. You often feel overwhelmed. Strongly disagree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Ah. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. No. Um, you would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. No. You struggle with deadlines. No. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Slightly yes. Male. ISTJ. Nicholas, thank you. What does this mean? Assertive. Well, actually, the problem. So the problem with let me go back. I think what that comes from is because of my profession. So my career path thus far has been sales, um, account management, which is basically sales, um, and then project management, and then product owner, which is software, and then now I'm project manager again. You need to be assertive in this program in this field. I think my profession has molded my personality into being a lot more assertive than I maybe would be. I am mentally incredibly stable. Like it takes a lot to derail me. Emotionally, I am easily wrecked, but mentally very stable. Too turbulent would be toxic, maybe, yeah. So, what does this mean though? Like, hold on. Before I leave, oh, sorry, there it is. It's still right there. Okay. Denzel Washington. I'd be more frightened by not using whatever abilities I'd been given. I'd be more frightened by procrastination and laziness. Logisticians pride themselves on their integrity. People with this personality type mean what they say, and when they commit to doing something, they make sure to follow through. Yes. This personality type makes up a good portion of the overall population. Okay, so I'm like, strong. I guess so, yeah. I think it says it's like the most populous one, right? Most people are, there are more ISTJs than anything else. Is there a difference in between work and personal life? Absolutely. Um, in the sense that um, in the workplace, I have to be extroverted, but if in person, I really like just being quiet in the corner by myself. But my job requires me to be able to communicate with anyone and everyone, because I am technically in a leadership position. Uh, hand strong. What is this hand strong? Uh, offer respect for reliability. This is a lot of words. This is not reflected in me is the laziness portion of it. Sting, Denzel Washington, Angela Merkel, Natalie Portman, Anthony Hopkins, George Washington, Condoleezza Rice, George H.W. Bush, Edward Stark, Armani, Geralt, Geralt, Mr. Darcy. That was a lot. Cool. You guys happy now that everyone was wrong? Yay! And Andy is just like Natalie Portman. Yay! No. I wonder if I took this test like a week from now, if it would come up with the same answer or not. Probably something similar, yeah. What the heck's the difference? Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Sure. Interesting. KAM equals Jason, but what can I say? I'm a cold-blooded killer. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that. uh, does Everglow do this for boy groups at all? It seems like Stray Kid. I don't. Thing is, I don't know who's MCND. Uh, hmm. I did watch that VOD. I think the first win VOD. Yeah, when I think in my Maison reaction, um, I was I was curious how they reacted to their first win. Despite not knowing N hyphen and MCND, I'm not sure who that is. I will watch this, just skim through it. I don't need another essay. It's just gonna skip. Just go through. La 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 la.
Which are the opposite of me as masculine energy, and it's not say for the lack of it. Presence contribution.
TXT stage presence is 4th out of these 4.
Between not standing out and not fading away seem to have what they do. Share the same
N hyphen's 3. I have not watched anything N hyphen, although I've been warned by certain members of the community that N hyphen is less than
once again, the only performers meant underdeveloped.
stellar vocally.
I think it has to be a and the
Level 2's 8. Wait, what?
facial features.
Rank 3. So number 2 is Stray Kids, right?
Once again, regroup creative choreographies, they do not let that keep them from performing their best every time. Stray Kids have the power to harness intense energy. To me, Stray Kids have a lot of power and intensity energy-wise, but they still match each other perfectly. It makes sense since the whole group is either dominant or charismatic or both. These archetypes have intense and recognizable stage presence. What shocks me though is their ability to calm down when the music requires them to. Their energy can go from 0 to 100 real quick and vice versa, and is a necessary skill for the types of songs that they make. Stray Kids like Twice have members who stand out every comeback and those that don't. Namely, Chan, Yoonjin Han, and Changbin are the standout performers. Felix and Lino are somewhere in the middle. Ayan and Sungmin are the background performers. What I love though is that if this ever switches, their overall stage presence would not be affected energy-wise. Performing, let's be real, they're the best on one.
Who is MCND?
The unique thing about MCND is that they possess both qualities equally as a group. Hassel J and Minjae are what I like to call the backbone and the muscle of the group in terms of stage presence. They solidify the group's ability to stand out the most. Like most dominant performers, for instance Shonu and Johan of Monster X, or Karina of aespa, or Asha of Everglow, Hassel J brings indulge with his
I just don't know who they are, so I'm gonna skip.
or passive and
Alright, let's get to the
because trust me, the
25.
is not the problem here.
Sungmin Kai from TXT.
Watching Kai on stage is a little bit strange. I used to hear people say that he has a quote-unquote creepy face, and at first I didn't understand what they meant, but I kind of get it now. No, I don't think his face is creepy, but I do think that sometimes he looks a little bit off in terms of stage presence because he sometimes
I don't know. Happy face. MCND,
like
okay.
Dominant performers, he has very distinct features, especially his nose and his jaw, and sometimes overly expressiveness can come off a little unattractive in stage presence. Less is more, which is why in Anti-Romantic he was perfect. Not much was being done and he looked great that way. Also, as someone with very intense energy, his facial expressions being overly expressed is not helping the situation. But I do think that it's possible for him to get better. He has time, and I believe he will improve.
I'm curious about this because I think Kai is vocally one of the strongest, but this is not about vocal, it's about stage presence.
Together some sort of structure to their stage presence, but along on the other hand,
Subin's kind of expressionless. I think Pumgyu also is fairly expressionless in TXT.
A great, exceptional event, and then tomorrow
Dongin?
is stiffer than dried bread.
Interesting.
And I can't understand what's going on. The lack of consistency is a huge no in my opinion. It actually frustrates me with idols when they flip-flop in terms of stage presence, exceptions of course being times when they're not feeling well, but with Jungin, it's too much. Because there are times where he feels like he's dancing the moves, but he's not there. And now there are people who see that distance, for lack of a better term, as attractive for their stage presence preferences, but for me it just doesn't work that way. And his flip-flop just bothers me. It's a no-no for me. Sorry.
Interesting.
It definitely improves every era. I love how expressive he is when he's singing.
Taeyeon's got a really nice smile.
Time to time, I'd hope that his form. Jake is like the Daehyun of Hyphen. He looks good in some performances.
He's Hyphen, okay.
He just doesn't. I can't understand why. Very consistent in songs, flip-flops, and his body.
I just don't know them enough to care.
In the world. For
Nikki
his age, he's
from
pretty impressive. My favorite thing about Nikki is his energy. Obviously, considering that Hyphen is an energy group, it's an advantage on his part. His intense dance skills also help with that. His eye skill is more stare and love about his advantage going to full on Hyphen.
Hanghun.
Even as a cover performer, he often comes off as an over performer because of how intense
Is
his
this
facial expressions look. This is once again because of his defined facial features. What bothers me is that sometimes, just like Jake, there's a lot of these
sure?
My favorite thing about him
Oh, no.
is his ability different over
Okay.
more others. I probably pop that exact same performance
no.
when he is Jake.
I don't know any of
would
these
want
people.
to marry his hairstylist. Why did he have his best started Woodley and Colby dominant
Just don't know these
cameras
people.
on him? It makes him more attractive. Precision is the most important quality of dominant performers, especially coveted ones.
Pumpkin's hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer.
Also, his facial
That's a funny
during the
comment.
little
I know,
dance
right?
break
Taeyeon and Pumpkin way down there. I mean, I think their stage presence is low, but I don't know if it's that low.
was his inconsistency. He would do so great in one performance, then drop completely in another. But Move-In was that one era he was consistent throughout. His improvement continues.
Towards the end, Leonardo. Towards the end. I don't know what the end is. Felix!
Felix is dominance done right in every way. It amazes me how much impact he
Hi,
carries
Felix.
with little to no lines. This is one thing I love about idols like him, Onda, and Momo. Their lack of lines do not
No.
restrict their stage presence.
Should I be
It
watching
helps
that,
people
Miggy?
remember them. His eye contact gives me life. And like Momo as a dancer, he doesn't just dance, he performs with the camera. It makes him intriguing and enjoyable to watch. I mean, yeah, his deep voice is great, but let's not act like his stage presence has nothing to do with the chokehold he has on his dance.
Reno!
Mino's stage presence is almost overly reliant on his eyes, and I feel like without looking at them, you really can't tell the impact he has. While
But
eye contact is great, there's actually
the
more to the
eye
experience
contact
than
is
that.
incredibly
I feel like
important.
Mino 3 days sometimes is
Ooh. I don't know who he is. Sorry. I'm gonna skip along.
If you ever
I don't know who Bick is. Move along. Han? Mr. Unfair?
That has not been said already. His charisma is off the charts. His facial expressions are damn near perfect. His energy is just as attractive as his face. Honestly, I couldn't say any more even if I tried. Han's charismatic side hits different a lot of the time.
Hold on. Compilation of the No Dot song at their US Dream Catcher. Compilation? Is it this one? Mickey? Which one? I'm already scared with these maybe I shouldn't watch that. Back to this.
But what takes it up a notch is the little things. You guys know the little things that I love.
I disagree. Everglow up. I disagree.
Sometimes it's little things like this that add a sense of calm confidence because of how seemingly effortless it looks. Of course, the difference with Han and other members that I've mentioned before is that he always does
Mr. Unfair is Mr. Unfair because of several reasons. In my opinion,
it can be a little bit overwhelming.
he is he's like joy in a bottle, like just the emotion of joy.
It makes him look a little polished and less messy. This is a great tactic, for lack of a better word, for charismatic performers.
Unfair ability to sing and rap at any time. He seems to be a very competent dancer, and he's incredibly handsome. How is he down here on 10?
So I mentioned Wynn's ability to split his performance archetypes depending on the performance. I've only seen him use both during Top Gang. As of the making of this video, he's always kept his archetypes separately. Let's start with his charismatic side. Charismatic performers
Face yourselves. So let me go back up here. Mr. Unfair. Oh no. Sorry, I'm going on the chat back up a little. Oh, Lottie, here we go. Mr. Unfair. Brace yourselves, everybody. Oh, she's trying. First one, you need to do. No, he should react to the song itself first. I think you're not ready for this. Alright, it's a mini spoiler. Wait, yes, do the actual song for Lowell. First Lowell, it's Sasua solo. Okay, maybe I will watch Sua's solo before reacting to this No Dot compilation.
He was able to grab my attention very swiftly. I also have noticed that he's capable of keeping his dominant strength regardless of his hair color. Most dominant performers' archetypes are weakened when the hair color is lighter, especially if they have
I mean, top 10 is
facial
good, but
features like
who the heck is Pang Junhyuk?
But with Wynn, literally
Or
doesn't
Win?
change
Like,
anything.
is he
Just
better?
nothing. No matter how light or or dark his hair is,
Then
his
Han?
dominant side never fades. I swear, this kid is rare, and I don't know if
I'm exaggerating, of course. Jay, who's Jay?
lot. So, he's the hottest man alive. Hot is literally the word that comes to mind when I think about his
Mr.
stage
Changbin.
presence. On camera, Changbin is the most intense when performing. His dominant side is
So
intimidating
Changbin is
if you don't
my
find it
first
sexy.
bias,
But that's
declared
what
bias,
makes him
and
take the
on my
whole
channel.
stage by storm when he is center. His delivery
God's
of
menu,
God's menu and
has
progress
forever
shows
solidified
just
his
how power he holds. Changbin took that
place in
responsibility of introducing
in
a
my
song stage presence wise, and he carried
in
it
my
like a champ. Starting
rankings,
a
I guess.
performance sets the mood for that entire performance. It's such an important role, and that's why not just any idol can introduce a song. Changbin's strong dominance was an amazing starter to.
But I think Han should be ranked
concepts, and
higher
I
in
believe
stage
that
presence
it
than
should be
Changbin.
used more often. When off camera, he doesn't express much face.
Hang-chan. I think
Anything about him is aware of
he should be top 10 for sure.
J is Powell in his dominant. To be honest, I can't decide which archetype I like better from him. One thing that sets him apart is that Chun is so relaxed. He looks so natural when he's performing. You could even find him giggling around and sometimes making funny eyes. Okay.
Castle J?
To show calm. He's a commander of the stage. Majority of sexy this thing. So I mean that's sweet. Castle very song really do.
Who gave them the name Castle J though?
Planet Minjay server is able to that and idol perform all the.
Yeonjun. Yeah.
Is way ahead
Yeonjun.
in stage presence.
Yeah.
He's an idol who knows what he's doing and looks damn good doing it. I love his dominant side the most and his ability to evolve. TXT hardly ever sticks to one concept, so as a flexible performer, he is at a huge advantage. He allows each era to mold his stage presence into something better every comeback. He has what I call the red velvet effect, the ability to adapt and broaden horizons every comeback because of concept switch-ups. First of all, let's talk about his eyes.
I'm just queuing it up.
In his eyes alone floors me. He genuinely carries the stage presence of TXT single-handedly, which is tricky to do when concepts are constantly changing. He's like
I think big paradox. As far as I know, I think the VOD gets saved automatically. Where am I? Here it is. Or if it doesn't, I'll try and make sure I figure out a way to make sure it's able to stay up somehow.
Nothing feels forced. It feels like he was born to do this. It comes off as if he's been doing it his whole life. Yeonjun is titled the ace in stage presence because apart from carrying the group,
I can't argue with
with
Yeonjun being above Han, for example. Mr. Unfair.
So, as you guys know, I had mentioned that there were only 3 K-pop idols who have masculine and feminine energy, and I would like to say as of today, that has changed. So I introduce to you the idol who is second on this list.
So Hyunjin hasn't been shown yet, so Hyunjin is in the top 3.
Feminine performer. First charismatic performer I've ever come across. He reminds me of Shion of Dreamcatcher. I'm amazed at how an older performer has so much control over his facial expressions. I've talked about
I just don't know him. I have to watch MC and D maybe, I don't know. And number 1 is Hyunjin.
Yeonjun has topped this list. I know that I constantly flip-flop between second and first, but this one was just way too obvious. My favorite thing about Yeonjun is his ability to bring sensuality to Stray Kids' hardcore demanding music. That is a tough task. In fact, any sensual performer should drown in this group. But Yeonjun actually stands out, and that is beyond impressive. His sensuality, even when he dances, is so attractive and unique. I love how his eye contact can be so strong and piercing, demanding of attention, showing his dominant side, but then soften up when his sensuality is required. To be honest, I don't know any other K-pop idol who does this so seamlessly. I believe
so Changbin is bias 1 and Mr. Unfair is bias 2. And Lino has recently entered the bias stratosphere in bias number 3.
Would be Sungwa of ATEEZ. I believe he definitely,
and then everyone else in Stray Kids are bias whackers.
And more relaxed moments of Stray Kids music sometimes make the other members.
I don't know if I would put Hyunjin over Young.
Charismatic and dominant performers.
Oh no, I just forgot his Youngwa?
to his sensual side and
Yeonjun,
continues
sorry.
nailing the performance just like that.
I don't know,
To be
maybe?
honest, I believe Hyunjin should be predominantly a sensual performer as he thrives in that area, but Stray Kids' music has
Interesting.
actually forced his dominant side to come out. It leads me to believe that like Lissa,
By the way, not a
is
lot of idols I
well-rounded in
could
terms
say,
of
get male
archetypes.
idols,
I think
look
there's a charismatic
better
side
in
there
long hair than
somewhere.
short hair, but I
He's
think
shown a
Hyunjin
tiny little bit of it, but not
needs to
enough for
keep
me to
his
give
long
him the
hair
charismatic
forever.
label.
He looks so much.
Anyway,
He looks
congratulations
so good
to
with long
Hyunjin
hair.
for topping this list. You make Stays proud. And that is it. This is the second time I'm recording this actually because the first time the audio was really, really crappy. So, yeah.
Okie doke. I think I'm done with these brutally ranking stage presence thing. I'm gonna watch Mama Doll real quick. I'm curious, which one should I be Mama Tor? Which one should I react to? Is it Ooh Ah Hip or Next Level? Oh, this is a cover of Espa's song, I guess. So Ooh Ah Hip, I guess, is the only one. So which one? I could do this really quick. Not that I like doing it, but wrong one. I could do a slight block here. Live. Up, 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 oh. Hold on. Something's really weird with the with what's going on here. Okay. So end it. Volume up a little bit. Wait. Go back. I don't know. Kahi? Ooh. Um. Wait. Performance version? Not this. This one. Sorry. Yes, indeed, the great filter. Mamado. I saw Kahi, which is someone I know from after school. Hold on, before Kahi, you're from jewelry. I forget her name. I don't recognize the others. Who are you? Profiles, real quick. You're Hak something. You're Pure, right? I don't know Kai. Oh, they look so vaguely familiar. I don't really know. Oh, sure. No filter for this part. Yeah, thank you. Pure, yes. Pure is right here. There you are, Chungha. Park Chungha. Yep. That's from She Was Jewelry's main vocalist. I actually think she has a really powerful voice, I should say. Kai, very strong dancer. Vocals, pretty good. This is Pure, mainly known for her vocals than dancing. I don't remember her being in a dance song of any kind. Unji from it's from Baby Box. But Rev? Maybe I don't know you. Juni. I don't think she is someone I recognize. Yeah. Oh, Wonder Girl Sunye. Oh. Oh, I just got it. Mama as in their moms. I get it now. I think Junie and Unji, I don't know. Oh, no. Yeah, she was an actress. Member of Bella Mafia. So that's the group she was in? I don't know who she is. And I don't think I know Unji either. Okay, so back to the vid here. And back with me overlay. Your favorite overlay. Your ah,
지금 이 순간이 서로 끌어당겨 보내 좀더 당겨 네 활시 위 긴장하게 될 걸 원해 야와야운 법이야 링링가링가 난입해 Are you ready for Christmas 내 멋대로 굴래 또 무대 위로 익숙한 느낌 내 사랑은 떨림 다시 칠해질 최고의 순간 부러져봐라 말아 you can't balance Everybody wanna be like me, be like me, do it like me.
Hi Doom
Everybody wanna be
from Australia.
우아해, do it like me. 나처럼 해봐라 이렇게 모두 정든 힙합네. 우아해, 손머리 위 내 따라 해봐라 이렇게 우아하게 힙하게.
God, her voice is so good. Achona's voice? God.
니들이 애써서 키우는 맘에 알아? 난 미기 전에 하고 싶은 게 참으로 많아 운바야 운법이야 링링가링가 이제 시작돼 진짜를 기대해 내 멋대로 굴래
That was a callback to Hit Me Baby One More Time, I think.
내 사랑은 떨림 다시 칠해질 최고의 순간 부러져봐라 말아 you can't balance Everybody wanna be like me be like me
I'm really seeing Pure sing a dance song. It's catchy. It kind of has like a second gen feel, doesn't it? Like if you thought this was I think it's maybe it's because they're all from the first second gen type of feel, right? So huh. Interesting. What's the TV show? I might have to watch it. Can you guys what's the show called so I could put it on my list of things I want to get to at some point? I definitely understand having multiple obsessions is unhealthy for your health. Mama the Idol. Where does one watch Mama? Simpy Sumpy fandom. Where it could... My drama list? Mama the Idol. Let's see. Holy smokes, I've been live for 2.5 hours, guys. I thought it was like, is it like an hour and a half or so? I'm gonna check out Poison by Pink Fantasy real quick. I'm not saying my stream's gonna end now, but I'm saying I want to watch this now. So just gonna do it. Music videos. Oh, it's MBC. It's 1 to K. Is this a blocker? If 1 to K blocks, right? Hey, stop moving. Nope. Oh my goodness. So hard. There we go. Thank you. The official MV is on their channel as well, but I don't see it pop up on the channel. On their channel. I'm just gonna keep the gray filter of death here. Okay, find their channel. Fine. I'll look for their channel. Pink Fantasy. I'm guessing this is their channel. Search for Poison. Temple version, warrior version, dance practice, Poison MV. Is this the one? This is me watching the chat. This is me looking at myself. I'm guessing it's this one. It still has the NBC logo on it. So what I'll do instead is try my best to just hide that darn logo. There you go. It's not so bad, is it? I'll do this as a to help try and keep that algorithm at YouTube at bay. Bye, Dume. Thanks for showing up and complimenting about my hair. Oh, it's way too... Volume is too low. Oh, now it's too loud. Oh.
Now it's time to lay. 시간을 지나버린 다음 틱톡 내 책 속에 갇혀버린 너 내가 속아줄게 이걸 말한 거야. Break up game is over, go away. 천사 같은 속삭임이 이어진 밤 짜릿한 소콩도 겨우는 숨통 시간을 멈춘 채 거침없이 널 충격해 freeze me. I won't let myself be loved. 좀 세를
feels so familiar. By the way, I don't mind links as long as since I haven't experienced anything bad yet. This screamo is different. This part of the song just completely changes. It's so interesting. Why does this song, like, it feels almost first Jenny, the chorus. And why is there one member with a mask? It's like a... maybe not. I'll finish that thought later. Okay. Then I'm buying the electric guitar solo kind of thing. Oh, very interesting. So, Dreamcatcher is like pop rock, but it's got a lot of like the early 2000s like punk slash almost grunge like feel, which is more of the rock that I so like so much, and that's why they've, I think, captured me so well. This Pink Fantasy is much like you guys said, metal. This song, at least, Poison, is very metal influenced. But the fun part is, Dreamcatcher has like a second Jenny melody to it. A lot of other songs, I mean. Pink Fantasy's got, this song has like a very first Jenny melody. Oh. So, I didn't read chat too much while watching this video. Worst enemy, yeah, gotta be careful with the links on chat. Thank you for being cautious with the chat, though. I think if I had like more people and they were just spamming links, I think that'd be very dangerous because there's probably some malicious people out there. But for me, for now, until I experience something bad about it, just don't spam links is all. If I'm looking for something, you guys could help me out. That'd be great. That's probably, as I'm pretty sure most people have some kind of decency and etiquette, right? For the sake of everyone, including myself who has to work tomorrow, I'm probably going to end this stream in maybe 30 minutes, so at 2 a.m. my time. So it'll be a 3-hour stream. Jeez. But I'm really enjoying myself here, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Just a stream courtesy that you'll... Thank you, Mickey, for being considerate. I think the reason they're not as popular is the lack of comebacks and the change of members. Permanent member is important. Yes, it is important. They're changing members a lot. It's unfortunate. Consistency is very important. Ye-chan vocal is so good. Is Ye-chan the blonde or the short hair? There's two main vocalists. Ye-chan is amazing. I'm guessing she's the short black hair. I think big paradox. I think bigger streamers, I've seen this in Twitch. They basically don't want to see, for people that have like hundreds to thousands of viewers, links take up a lot of space. It's sometimes unsolicited. sometimes it's malicious, like it's got a link to something bad in it. So it's probably just it's become an etiquette thing for larger streamers, probably especially. But for me, I'm a small fry here, so it's fine. The chorus from this and from Fantasy by feel some weird feeling. Yes, they do feel familiar. Um, exactly. Here, the first gen vibe too. I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels the first gen vibes. Mass member is lore, I think. Let's go. Are there other groups that out there that mainly does dark concepts that are well known? Dark concepts. I don't know. The mass member is Taewang. Oh, so it is a member. One member prefers to not. Oh, interesting. I'd recommend something to chat, not just to Cam. Crazy's been in my radar as well. Oh, Craigsy. They said at the first, I think that they would do a face reveal if they got a win or something. What's Nugu? Big paradox. I am old. I don't know your terminology yet. The hell? Why are you still awake? Haha. I don't know. You tell me. Blonde. I had an energy drink though, right? And this was supposed to help me get through the this. Blonde is rapper, I believe, but she was singing. I thought. Now talk about your sua. What is there to say about my sua? Kim Hyun, goodbye. Cover. Mushroom. Oh, Kim Hyun. Who's Kim Hyun? Do I know Kim Hyun? Who's the Kim Hyun? Good. Cover. Oh, from Dice. I don't know who Kim Hyun is. Let's see. I recommend cover of Yoon's Secret Love Story. Hold on. Love song. Big Prepo. Yeah, that's just me, which is why I wasn't doing sending links. Straight up did a full MV for like every song on their mini album. NRA Nugu equals unknown. Oh, I see. Ah, oh, Nugu is Korean Nugu. Like, this Nugu, you mean? Nugu, this is Nugu, right? That's what you mean? I see. I didn't know that was a terminology that gets used. Or that's interesting. Nugu actually means Leonardo, literally who in Korean. Ah, Dice is Dreamcatcher's little brother. Undercover is a good song. Yeah. Killing Voice Dingo 17. I want to listen to more 17 before I get to their Killing Voice. I do know of the Killing Voice series. I've watched it for like older artists that I know about in the past. By the way, DC will have Halloween concert. I heard about this. Yes. Actually, this is NBC. I'll continue to block in a weird way.
My baby. Listen to my story.
Look at Shion showing her R&B voice.
Mama, top secret, baby. 그래 알아. 허니 섹시 콤보 현이에게.
Big Bear Talks and Miggy, you guys are welcome to
내 심장.
post links. I you know, it's all good.
우프 연이에게 듣고 싶은 말, 듣고 싶은 말. 너 참 이쁘다. 그래 알아. 허니 섹시 콤보 현이에게 듣고 싶은 말, 듣고 싶은 말. 너 이제 내 거야. 그래 알아. 스윗 슈가 울프 현이에게 듣고 싶은 말, 듣고 싶은 말. 야 어디 봐, 나봐. 만일 내가 너를 사랑하는 만큼
There you go.
커피를 마셨다면 아마 오늘부터 죽을 때까지 잠을 못 잘 거야 baby. 내가 너를 사랑하는 만큼 다이어트를 했다면 아마 비 사이로 막 갔을 거야. 한 방울도 안 맞고 baby. I love you. Ich liebe dich. Je t'aime. 아이시대로 te amo. Gosto muito de te quiero. Seré-te-lek. Marquita. 우희부가 teu best. Ja, was liebe you. Ik hou van jou, 네 아마스빈. 그리고 사랑해. Idol Radio. 그래 알아. 허니 섹시 콤보 현이에게 듣고 싶은 말.
What am I watching?
뭔데? 오늘 밤 들어가지 말까? 어머. 그래 알아. 스윗 슈가 울프 연이에게 듣고 싶은 말, 듣고 싶은 말. 너의 혈액형은 혹시 인형? 그래 알아. 허니 섹시 콤보 현이에게 듣고 싶은 말, 듣고 싶은 말. 이런 꼬마가씨. 그래 알아. 스윗 슈가 울프 연이에게 듣고 싶은 말.
I love how I could hear Sua's voice, laughing voice.
혼인신고. 만일 내가 너를 사랑하는 만큼 너와 통화를 했다면 아마 난 전자파로 죽었을 거야 baby. 내가 너를 사랑하는 만큼 네 부모님께 인사드렸다면 아마 날 친아들로 아셨을 거야 baby. I love you. Ich liebe dich. Je t'aime. 아이시테루 te amo. Gosto muito de te. Marquita. Será-te-lek. Marquita. Teu best. Ja, was liebe you. Ik hou van jou. 아마스빈. 그리고 사랑해. 꿀. 참 이쁘다. 알지? 너 내 거야, 내 꿀. 어디 봐. 알지? 나만 봐. 잘 자요, 내 꿀.
It doesn't surprise me that Hyungdon and Daejun did this.
알지? 넌 내 거야, 내 꿀. 어디 봐. 알지? 나만 봐. 잘 자요, 내 꿀.
네, 여기까지 드림캐쳐 시연 유현의 라이브 듣고 오셨습니다. 원곡 형돈이와 대준이의 네가 듣고 싶은 말.
Oh gosh, I'm messing up my buttons here. 보여. 좋아 보여. 어떤 걸 칭찬하는 거죠? 지금 한입 거리님? 이 첫 번째 건가요? Is it the first one? Hey, here you go. Let's see. Let's try and get this a little centered. The first one, right? 첫 번째. Okay.
가시죠. 여기 어디지? 아, 강남이구나. 어쩌다 보니 강남이네. 강남대로 와 신호대기 중인 차 창문 넘어 보이는 너 무심코 인사 건넸지만 아차 우리는 헤어진 사이 딱 이총한 문항은 쳐다보다 제대로 해라 승단의 놀란 맘 지나가는 사람들 이상하게 쳐다본다 막
Rap,
근데 있잖아
유현?
너도 날 보고 그 자리에 바위가 된 듯 굳은 채 가만히 있네 정리하기로 결심했던 내 맘이 왜 휩쓸리고 흔들리고 날 못 살게 하던데 신호바뀌네 이제 나 출발해야 돼 지나갈게 잘가 너 잘 지내야 돼 좋아 보여 잘 지내나 봐 헤어스타일도 바꿨네 역시 때가 나 예쁜 얼굴이니 뭐래도 어울리지 그럼. 정말로 걱정 많이 했어 나 솔직히
Way early on, someone says Shion's voice her voice is a chameleon, basically.
근데 좋아 보여
I think it's in full display with these last two, this one and the last one.
좋아 보여 내가 봐 보였나봐 네가 보여
Rap, Shion.
견딜까봐 걱정했는데 이렇게 우연히 막상 안으로 보니까 내 맘 안 놓여 시선 네 다시 돌아가 네 뱃속에서 널 들였지 근데 네 곁에 새 남자 그때 내게 얘기했던 바로 그 사람인가봐 그때 몰아가길 바랬지만 지금은 달라 행복해야 돼 알지 진심인 거 그도 알겠지 네가 특별한 감성을 지닌 거 배달을 밟고 가야 하는데 왜 나는 발이 움직이지
Shion's
않을까
movements are amazing.
배달을 밟고 가야 하는데 왜 나는 발이 움직이지 않을까 배달을 밟고 가야 하는데 왜 난 움직일 수 없을까 Oh I don't know girl 좋아 보여 잘 지내나 봐 맞아 헤어스타일도 바꿔내 역시 태가 나 예쁜 얼굴이니 물에도 어울리지 맞아. 정말로 걱정 많이 했어 나 솔직히 알아 아플까봐 힘이 들까봐 나보다 훨씬 많이
weird catcher
슬플까봐
indeed.
근데 좋아 보여 내가 바보였나 봐 맞아 하, Let's go Green light is on So it's time to go 하지만 갈 수 없어 널 그냥 두고 경고 Say I gotta move 하지만 이게 마지막인 것 같다고 Green light is on So it's time to go 하지만 갈 수
Oh, hi,
없어 널
Tommy.
그냥 두고
Tommy's probably like, I forgot better than these girls. Or maybe she's singing acceptable.
요! 가자 빠빰 디스코 버전으로 바꿔줄래? 빠빰 저기요 빠빰 좋아 헤어스타일도 바꿔내 역시 태가 정말로 걱정 많이 했어 나 솔직히 아플까봐 힘이 들까봐 나보다 훨씬 많이 슬플까봐
There you go, Tommy's
좋아
joining.
보여 내가 바보였나봐 좋아 보여 네 여기서 이제 아나운서가 나와요 네 버벌진트 피처링 검정치마의 좋아 보여였습니다 왜 남자들은 꼭 여자 헤어지고 나면 좋아 보이고 막 그러죠 있을 때 잘해야지 말이야 자 다음 곡도
Shion's
버벌진트는
got a-
넌 내게 모욕감을 줬어
She could do a radio show.
것 같아 그죠? 네.
언니 콧날에 종이 잘라버려요. 퍼포먼스 해드릴게요.
What am I watching here? What? No, don't do it.
하트.
No! The heart. Okay. I just saw you say that and I just typed it in. Okay. Park Hyoshin song. It's a more recent song, yeah? Oh. His voice is way deeper than I thought it would be.
스쳐 지나가 버린 그때 생각이 나 기억 모퉁이에 적혀 있던 네가 지금 여기에 있다 이제 멈춰버린 화면 속에서
His voice is way thicker than I thought it would be just from the thumbnail that I watched. If it's kind of loud, let me know. We're kind of doing official reactions here, unofficial official reactions, so yeah, maybe this is fine.
오래 머물러 주어서 고마워 이 말이 뭐라고 그렇게 어려웠을까 이제 goodbye 우린 다른 꿈을 찾고 있던 거야 아주 어린 날 놀던 숨바꼭질처럼 해가 저물도록 혼자 남은 내가 지금 여기에 있다 이미 멈춰버린 화면 속에서 내게 여름처럼 웃고 있는 너 어쩌면 이번이 마지막 goodbye 오래 머물러 주어서 고마워 이 말이 뭐라고 이렇게 힘들었을까 You're the only one in my memory for me 손에 꼭 쥐었던 너와의 goodbye 근데 참지 못한 눈물이 나
Do you guys know the original person, by the way?
어쩌면 오늘이 마지막 goodbye 함께했던 모든 날이 좋았어 이 말이 뭐라고 그렇게 어려웠을까
Yeah, Korea's media censorship is interesting, to say the least.
goodbye
Well, I definitely wasn't expecting that voice. Just when you see people, you kind of imagine what kind of voice they have, and it was not the voice. And when I heard Takyoshin's voice, his voice used to be really husky and thick as well. And then after some time, Takyoshin's the original singer of Goodbye, by the way. Takyoshin changed his singing style because it was actually very stressful to his voice, I believe, like physically, and he had to completely change the way he sings. and he's in a much more higher loft like voice now. Uh, so yeah, it's. So I just kind of imagined Park Hyo-shin's current voice, uh, for that song, and then this guy, Kim Hyun-soo, just came in and with that velvety voice instead. Very interesting interpretation of a song. I'll definitely be watching the trailers, DC trailers for sure.
I feel like a monster 나를 겁내는 monster 너는 제법 보여 야 뺏겨내 야 뺏겨내 그래도 네가 보여 숨어도 내게 너의 숨소리가 들려 You'll never get away from me I just found you I don't wanna let you down 신이 깎아낸 듯한 널 내가 가져야겠어 내게 숨어든 뒤에 나로 채울게 feel it 은밀하게 허나 위대하게 넌 tough goddess 넌 tough goddess 넌 tough goddess 서로와 나는 다르고 넌 tough goddess 넌 tough goddess 넌 tough goddess 그래 내게 널
Are there 5 members?
달콤한 이간의 게임이 가득해 퍼졌어 내 곁에 이미 더 깊이 I just can't get enough 부들킬수록 더 원해 careful in my vein 올라가는 게이지 넘겨 다음 페이지 너를 원해 more 빠르게 난 move 따라갈래 너 모르게 나를 빼어가는 너는 어느새 다른
I think has a slight lisp. I was actually thinking that Big Paradox with this song kind of reminded me of a Pixie song. I mean, it sounded more like Villain. Maybe it sounds a lot like Addicted. I can't tell. Big Paradox, just to answer your question on 17. Yes, I have been starting my time with 17. I think I have 3 songs reacted to them thus far, and once I see the original, definitely DC covers are all on the table. This girl's voice is very similar to Ella's voice from Pixie, I feel like. What the heck? Wasn't expecting that voice being lip synced by that girl. Bye bye. There's a very similar, some kind of similar vibe between. Is it just Craxy? It's not crazy. It's Craxy. There's very similar vibes between Craxy and Pixie. Yeah, I did see the news about Ella and Setbear earlier in the stream. Actually, someone pointed that out. As of it said like August 27th or something, or maybe some they left officially. I was gonna show you guys. You probably have no idea who this is, and I thought this song was really interesting. A little loud, but they disbanded pretty quick. But I liked this song, and I was very sad that they didn't make it at all. This was 9 years ago, so was that third gen? I was in college when I heard this song. I was like, oh, it's an interesting song. 2013. Nice. I'm gonna lower the volume though. Jesus Christ. It's an old song. I'll probably just play only the first half of the song. I was thinking recently that this song would have been better in 4th gen, I feel like. But the instrumentation's a little too 2nd gen actually. They're so loud in hindsight. But this girl right here is incredibly talented, but it's a shame that Scoop was unable to gain traction. I didn't realize how low budget this video looked until now. I think the instrumentation is very 2nd gen, but I feel like the concept and feel would fit today. Maybe I'm just old. Funny how they added this dance break, but they're not really that impressive of a dance scene. It's the editing that kind of sells it. Yeah, right? Oh no. Aww. Rip. This song. So probably block this song. Stone is